All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we Red Eagle Politics just is going I've just Red Eagle Politics just did a video on said Trump's many paths. So I thought, yeah, I would do a follow-up video on that and kind of clarify um as a second person to kind of confirm that this is true or not and kind of agree if this is true. So, yes, believe it or not, Democrats are actually thinking Donald Trump will lose because of the bogus New York special election in Tuesday that we knew Republicans could not win because of the historic trend for Democrats. Not only that, because of the scandal of George Santos, and along with the legendary founding father figure of the third district in New York, Thomas Suozzi. So we realized that there are many reasons why Democrats won, and it had nothing to do about Trump. There was more of an anti-Trump nominee for the district for the Republicans. It was nothing in regards to Republicans. Yeah, it was more a little bit of because Republicans were kind of weak. They chose a kind of unique candidate that had zero political experience in the field of being a congressman, a congresswoman in this case. So in regards to that, it had nothing to do with Trump. In fact, it did signal some key signs for Republicans. Democrats highly underperformed in that election. The mail-in votes, they didn't mail in. They just assumed that they would show up on Tuesday and vote, but no one knew about the snowstorm. So that was so unpredictable that for the said voters in the state of New York. So let's take a look at the reality. We have 6 swing states: Nevada, Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. That's 77 electoral votes. I want to believe, am I missing any? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 77 electoral votes. That get Donald Trump, if you take out these swing states, Donald Trump has an advantage of 235 electoral votes here. Joe Biden, just 226 electoral votes. However, a significance here, these are the states, as we know, Joe Biden won all these 6 states in 2020. People actually think, I've met a lot of people that actually think that Joe Biden is going to carry all of these swing states because it's a rematch. He's not, guys. He is not. And if he was going to carry all these swing states, this wouldn't be a close election. The 2024 polls saying that Trump is doing outstanding, best poll performance. You really think it's going to look like this? Because that's how it looked like last time, 2020. A lot changed in 2020. We had not the pandemic. This was mainly because of the pandemic. Pandemic's gone. Now we have actual issues like the border, the economy, foreign issues, and Joe Biden's age overall is a huge issue in regards to electing the president of the United States. So it's not going to look. And then they say if it's going to change, Joe Biden would win North Carolina. And they're saying this because Trump's been indicted. But the thing is, there's a lot of Americans that are smart and have functioning brain cells to know when an indictment is a real indictment, right? They're not going to take an indictment seriously from someone, a bogus, like Fannie Willis, who honestly is much worse, much bigger of a criminal than Donald Trump. And she should be in bars. So, yes, huge hypocrisy, as you should know by now. So let's take a look in regards to what we have: Georgia, Arizona. So let's just say the theory is Trump's going to win all these swing states, right? Winning Nevada, winning Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia would give him 312 votes. And that would be a very big win if he does. But we have to recognize the Democrats are key goalers to, as you know, voting early and making sure they are so Trump deranged, they'll do whatever they can to get their sleepy, drugged up president for 4 more years. So believe me. So what will happen? What if we screw up in a majority of states? What if, let's just say, we lose, let's more realistically, like what happens, like Red Eagle is saying, oh, if you win Pennsylvania, we win. Well, if we only win Pennsylvania, we get to 254. That's not really necessarily the maximum amount of votes in order to win. So let's take it for this stance here. We win Pennsylvania, but what about states that Trump performed and Biden won by less than 1 point? Will Trump win those states? Well, let's take a look. First off, Pennsylvania. This is what I've noticed. If Trump wins these states, we'll say Wisconsin, Arizona, Georgia. Look at that. Trump wins the election. And these states, Donald Trump didn't even get 1% in these states. 1%. Joe Biden didn't get 1%. It was very close looking at the 2020 map and having, let's just say, Donald Trump, who ended up losing these states by 0.23%, 0.31%, and 0.63%. That to Joe Biden, that would significantly give Trump the win. So this is good. This is very promising for the Republican Party. But once again, Democrats think the indictments will lower that chance. Well, let's be honest. Like I said, are the indictments real? Technically, Donald Trump was criminally charged for 3 times. Well, who else has been charged 3 times in 1 year? In a span of 1 year? Not very many people. Unless you've committed serious war crimes, then absolutely. But apparently, a lot of Americans also most majority Americans, they are concerned about the indictments, yes, but a majority of them are concerned about the age. You know, Joe Biden, I just cannot wait to see the State of the Union address. I'm not saying that is, I'm not cheering it on. A lot of people are like, you're cheering on his blundering. No, I'm not. All I'm just saying, cannot wait out of curiosity. Like, how is this going to go? Joe Biden couldn't even stand in front of a press conference and explain why the special counsel didn't indict him. Instead of saying thank you, he goes off, old guy with a cane, waving his cane, saying, hey, you should have indicted me. Like, do you want to be indicted? Like, do you want this? Usually, not many people want to be indicted, but this guy's not happy he was indicted because, once again, this makes Joe Biden look bad. In fact, I think Joe Biden had zero emotion in this. He's just reading the teleprompter, and this teleprompter was written by angry Democrats. Not angry Democrats, but panicking Democrats, but because they realized the special counsel bleeped the quiet part out loud. Americans aren't supposed to know that. So they have Joe Biden address it and cover it all up. He barely couldn't even do that. So they're panicking even more. So yeah, we even have news organizations. They're pushing Joe Biden. Drop out. The fact is, guys, Joe Biden cannot win this election. Trump is going to win. He is. Who else are you going to nominate? Who else are you going to select to replace Joe Biden? Kamala Harris? Because if, let's just say, Joe Biden resigned, Kamala's in the presidency. And if Kamala resigns, Mike Johnson's in the presidency. And Republicans have the White House already. Who knows? That might stop Donald Trump. No, it's not going to stop Donald Trump because by that time, Trump would have the nomination. So, yes, I'm sorry to those of you who, Democrats, who we're counting on a Joe Biden victory. It's not going to happen. Looking at statistics and previous election results, sure, realistically, if you want 81 million people going out and voting for Joe Biden, go ahead. But we don't care about the popular vote. That's not how we elect our presidents. We elect our presidents with the Electoral College. Let's just say if Donald Trump scored victories in, as you know, Georgia, Arizona, and Wisconsin, and somehow he miraculously, or some case, won the second Nebraska second congressional district, he would have won the election. Or if Donald Trump won Georgia, Arizona, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania, Trump would have won the election. Donald Trump could have surpassed 0.23%, got 11,000 more votes than Joe Biden, Georgia, he would have won. If Trump got 10,000 votes more in Arizona, Trump would have won. If Trump got 20,000 more votes in the state of Wisconsin, Trump would have won. And finally, if Trump got 80,000 votes in Pennsylvania, you would have won. And there you go. There goes the 2020 presidential election. So I'm sorry, it's not like the midterms, like a lot of people think, because the midterms, we don't have our beloved electoral college, which I would say really benefits Republicans. Imagine, we expect the Democrats to hate the electoral college, right? They hate it because they realize how much they would win. Joe Biden defeating Donald Trump by like 6% of the popular vote. You go to 2016, Hillary would have won. Go to 2012, yep, Obama would have won for sure. Obama would have won. Yep. George Bush won the popular vote. This is probably the only Republican victory in a while. Al Gore would have been the president. Another Democrat win. Bill Clinton for sure would have won. And then we have Bill Clinton again. And that's how it went. Democrats didn't care about the Electoral College. I mean, who am I kidding? They always cared about the Electoral College. Go talk about the Democratic Party history. They always cared. But we didn't really talk yabber during the 80s about the Electoral College, because Republicans, once again, have that advantage. And sometimes Democrats had the advantage. When was the last time Democrats won the popular vote? Yes, Jimmy Carter won the popular vote in 1976, 50.1%. But still, yeah, it was off and on, Republicans switching back on off. And now we sort of entered an era, 1992, and all the way to the present day, where it's very rare to have a Republican win the popular vote. Like, for instance, 2004. Bush won the popular vote, like right in the middle of the tenure of the voting era for Democrats. Yes. So, what are your thoughts in regards to my video? Let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on Trump's overall victory. Is this a wake-up call for Democrats? They are waking up, and we just need to study and analyze harder, figure out what's he up to. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next political episode.